Commercial tensions between the United States and Europe have been gaining increasing prominence on the global stage, significantly impacting economies and international relations. In this video, we will delve deep into this tariff war, understanding its causes, consequences, and the developments that could shape the future of global trade. Get ready for a detailed analysis of how these disputes are redefining alliances and economic strategies among the world's major powers. Before we dive into this crucial topic, don't forget to subscribe to the channel to stay updated with exclusive content on geopolitics and economics. Leave a like if you're finding the video interesting, and share your thoughts on this tariff war between the US and Europe in the comments. Your participation is essential for us to continue bringing you relevant information. Topic 1. Causes of commercial tensions between the US and Europe. Commercial tensions between the United States and Europe have deep roots that trace back to disputes over economic and regulatory policies. One of the main causes is the difference in approaches between both blocs regarding strategic sectors such as technology and automobiles. While the US seeks to protect its domestic industries through tariffs and barriers, Europe adopts similar measures to safeguard its own companies and markets. This dispute is intensified by the competition for innovation and global leadership in emerging technologies like artificial intelligence and renewable energies. Additionally, the fiscal and subsidy policies adopted by each side also fuel these tensions. The United States has criticized the European Union for subsidy practices that, according to them, distort global competition and harm American companies. On the other hand, Europe accuses the US of protectionist practices that limit the access of European products to the American market. This reciprocity of tariff measures creates a cycle of retaliations that makes peaceful resolution of commercial disputes difficult. Another crucial factor is the internal political influence on both sides. In the United States, pressure from interest groups and industrial sectors to protect local jobs contributes to the adoption of stricter tariff policies. In Europe, the need to maintain cohesion among the member countries of the European Union and respond to consumer demands also plays a significant role. This combination of economic and political factors makes commercial negotiations extremely complex and challenging. Topic 2. Impact of tariffs on the economies of the US and Europe. The tariffs imposed in the trade war between the United States and Europe have significant repercussions on the economies of both sides. In the US, sectors like the automotive industry and technology face increases in import costs, which can lead to higher prices for consumers and a reduction in the competitiveness of American companies in the global market. Additionally, tariffs may trigger a decrease in European exports to the United States, negatively affecting economic growth and job creation in European countries. On the other hand, Europe also feels the impact of American tariffs, especially in key industries such as steel and agriculture. The imposition of tariffs on European products creates trade barriers that make access to the American market more difficult, resulting in financial losses for European companies and farmers. This situation can lead to economic slowdown, increased unemployment, and reduced attractiveness for foreign investments in Europe. Moreover, tariffs may encourage the search for alternative markets, altering global trade dynamics. Beyond the direct effects on industries, tariffs also affect commercial relations and mutual trust between partners. The uncertainty generated by protectionist measures can lead to a reduction in long-term investments and cooperation in international projects. The volatility of tariff policies creates an unpredictable business environment where companies need to constantly adapt their strategies to mitigate risks. This scenario can undermine economic stability and make it difficult to build lasting commercial partnerships between the United States and Europe. Topic 3. Political responses and strategies adopted by the US and Europe. In the face of growing commercial tensions, both the United States and Europe have implemented a series of political responses and strategies to protect their economic interests. In the United States, the current administration has adopted a more assertive stance, using tariffs as the main tool to pressure the European Union to revisit trade agreements and subsidy practices it considers unfair. In addition to tariffs, there is an emphasis on strengthening alliances with other trading partners, seeking to create a united front against practices that undermine American competitiveness in the global market. On the other hand, Europe is not standing still and has developed its own strategies to mitigate the impacts of American tariffs. One of the main approaches is the diversification of export markets, seeking new trading partners in Asia, Africa, and Latin America to reduce dependence on the US market. Additionally, the European Union has invested in innovation and technology, aiming to increase productivity and competitiveness of its industries to offset the additional costs imposed by tariffs. Intra-European cooperation has also been strengthened, with member countries seeking a more cohesive position in international trade negotiations. Besides direct response measures, both sides have resorted to using multilateral mechanisms to resolve trade disputes. The United States has pushed for reforms in institutions like the World Trade Organization, WTO, arguing that the current system fails to effectively handle unfair trade practices. Europe, on the other hand, has advocated for the importance of multilateralism and rule-based systems to maintain international trade order. This dynamic reflects not only economic interests but also philosophical differences on how global governance should be conducted, adding another layer of complexity to the existing tensions. Topic 4. Consequences on global supply chains and logistics. The commercial tensions between the United States and Europe have a direct and profound impact on global supply chains. With the imposition of tariffs and trade barriers, companies on both sides are forced to re-evaluate their production and distribution strategies. This may lead to the relocation of factories, changes in suppliers, and adjustments in logistics processes to minimize the additional costs imposed by tariffs. Such changes not only increase operational costs, but can also cause delays in production and delivery of final products, affecting the overall efficiency of the involved companies. Furthermore, the uncertainty generated by tariff disputes complicates long-term planning for companies. Investments in new markets or the expansion of existing operations become riskier as trade conditions can quickly change with the implementation of new tariff policies. This volatility can discourage companies from investing in innovations and infrastructure improvements, harming the long-term competitiveness of both the United States and Europe on the global stage. Instability in supply chains can also lead to greater reliance on local or regional suppliers, limiting the diversity and resilience of production networks. Moreover, disruptions in supply chains have a cascading effect that extends beyond the companies directly involved in trade disputes. Related sectors such as transportation, storage, and financial services are also impacted, creating a domino effect that can affect the global economy as a whole. The need to quickly adapt to new market conditions can lead to decreased productivity and economic growth, as well as increased vulnerability of companies to external shocks. In this context, international collaboration and diversification of supply chains emerge as crucial strategies to mitigate the risks associated with commercial tensions between the United States and Europe. Topic 5. Future perspectives and possible developments of the tariff war. The future of the commercial tensions between the United States and Europe remains uncertain, with multiple variables that could influence the developments of this tariff war. One possible evolution is the intensification of bilateral negotiations, where both parties seek to find common ground to reduce tariffs and resolve disputes peacefully. However, the deep differences in economic policies and strategic interests may hinder the achievement of lasting agreements, maintaining the climate of tension in international trade. Besides direct negotiations, it is likely that technological competition will continue to be a crucial field in this dispute. Leadership in areas such as artificial intelligence, biotechnology, and renewable energies will be decisive for future economic dominance, encouraging both sides to heavily invest in research and development. This race for innovation will not only affect the economies of the US and Europe, but also have significant impacts on other regions of the world that are striving to position themselves as technological leaders. Another possible scenario is the realignment of global trade alliances. With the persistence of tariffs, emerging countries may seize the opportunity to strengthen their own trade agreements and become intermediaries in international supply chains. This could lead to a redistribution of economic power and a new configuration of global trade relations. Additionally, the response of other major powers, such as China, could directly influence the dynamics of tensions between the United States and Europe, adding more layers of complexity to the global landscape. The tariff war between the United States and Europe is a highly relevant and impactful topic in the global landscape. Throughout this video, we explored its causes, economic impacts, political responses, consequences on supply chains, and the future perspectives of this commercial conflict. These tensions not only shape the relations between the two powers, but also influence the overall dynamics of the global economy. Thank you for watching this detailed analysis. If you enjoyed the content, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and share your thoughts on the tariff war between the US and Europe in the comments. Your participation is essential for us to continue bringing you relevant and up-to-date information